First though, how many times did you take to pass your driving test?
Well, I have to
say how many times did you pass your driving test?
Just the one.
Just the once, yeah, obviously.
And first time, but I have to say I went round a corner in third gear and the very kind driving instructor let me pass. I'm not quite sure whether that was strictly what he was meant to do.
Never mind.
How about you?
Twice. I took mine in Yeovil and had to get used to the one-way system, which was an absolute nightmare.
I'll try not to look smug. Well, today is the special anniversary for the driving test because it's actually 75 years old. These days the tests have just a 40% pass rate, so we sent our reporter Rob Murphy out to see how he would get on retaking his.
I wasn't a very good learner driver. In fact, it took me 5 goes to pass my test and get this licence. That was 18 years ago. So how would I do today on the driving test's birthday? The sweaty palms, the churning stomach, and that was just for instructor Phil Hall, who sat in the passenger seat assessing me. Brave man.
So on the way round, I should be putting marks down, which are diagonal marks.
Yeah.
That donates a driving fault or a serious or a dangerous fault.
The test started, and not very well. An errant curb jumped in my way. Like any other man, I was delighted to be told of my motoring shortcomings. On June the 1st, 1935, a gent by the name of Mr. J. Bean reversed his way round a corner and became Britain's first driving test success. Today, I'm one of the 94 million exam sitters who are following in his tyre tracks. What is it about the driving test that is so nerve-wracking, would you say?
I think basically the fact that it's a one-to-one situation, you're not in a classroom with other people, you've got somebody sat beside you who's watching every move, the pressure, is on.
Since 1935, road deaths have dropped, and how? In that year there were just 1.5 million cars in Britain, but more than 7,300 people lost their lives. The most recent stats say that with 34 million cars on the road, there were just 2,500 fatalities. Yes, of course, cars are safer, but tests contribute to this too.
If you didn't have a driving test, you'd have anarchy on the road. So there's got to be some regulation to make sure that people are reaching a standard. Whether or not they stick to that standard, different thing.
Have you always carried on driving as you were taught?
So, no, I haven't actually, to be honest. I don't keep your hands tended to, put it that way.
I think you easily fall into bad habits, definitely.
Driving yourself?
I'll probably go a bit too fast occasionally.
My husband wasn't that enthusiastic when I was learning 30 years ago, and now it's too late.
It's never too late to take your driving test.
Well, when you can be chauffeured around everywhere, what more do you want?
And what makes a good driver, do you think?
Don't drink and drive.
So you've been banned for...
Drink and drive, yes, I don't drink and drive.
That's why you're at a bus stop?
Yeah.
So, ordeal over, what was the verdict?
I'm very sorry to say that if it had been your driving test, you would have failed.
No. The reason, despite my observations, Phil believed I'd nudged marginally over the speed limit. Turning your car, mirror signal manoeuvre. Some things haven't changed since 1935. One thing has though, the cost. Back then it was 7 and 6, that's 37.5 pence. Today, for theory and practical exams, it's £93. Happy birthday driving test. You don't come cheap. Robert Murphy in Bristol for the West Country Tonight.